Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So in this video, we have a young lady who goes off on all those who try to call her generation lazy. So if you're one of those people, she's in this video, she's gonna break down all the reasons why you're wrong. Okay? So without wasting time, let's just jump right into it.
I actively like Whoopi Goldberg as an entertainer, but beyond that, I don't feel like she or people her age can say anything about us opinion-wise unless you're giving us solutions to the problems that we're having. Because I continuously hear about how we're so lazy and we don't want to do anything. We need to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps. The bootstraps have snapped. We don't have boots at this point. You want to know why we don't have boots? We can't afford boots. You want to know why we can't afford boots? Because we can't get jobs. Want to know why we can't get jobs? Because as much as y'all want to say the workforce is so vast, the workforce is so open, you know what? Maybe I don't want to work 70 plus hours a week in a factory.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, last time I heard Joe Biden, he said that the economy is great, right? You got low unemployment, inflation rate is going down. So I mean, that's what I heard. The economy is doing great. You should be having no problem finding a job, right? But that's what I heard on the news. I mean, I might be wrong, but this is what I hear. Joey B says the economy is doing great. You shouldn't have any issue finding work. So I mean, clearly she has something different. So let's let her finish.
For $17 an hour, which, look at that, won't pay for me to get an apartment, will barely pay for me to eat now because inflation seems to be going up here and the wages seem to be doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. And yet, we seem to be under the impression that, oh my God, the country's freaking broke. Mind you, we can spend millions of dollars sending it across the world to fund something that makes no sense. Why are we funding people getting unalived just for living? Why is that a thing? Oh, and please don't get me started on the qualifications to get a job, because first, y'all told us as children for the first 10 to 15 years of our lives to go to school, get an education. Okay, we went to school and we got an education. Guess what? In the time that we were going to college, the goalpost was moved over there. And
First of all, what's your degree in? Second of all, it don't even matter because most college degrees are trash anyways. About 90% of them, plus 90+% are trash, and they're not worth anything. Look it, people need to come to the realization that this whole college thing is a scam. Yes, I agree with her. They sold you on go to school, get a job, all that nonsense, and then you've racked up a whole bunch of debt. And then when you try to get a job, you can't find a job that's going to even help you pay for your debt. And this is a scam they get you on. We're all sold this scam. Lucky for me, I was able to acquire a small amount of debt and I was able to pay it off. But there's a lot of people that's still falling into the system, even though they know that this is a scam. Like, things are like, going to school is expensive. You're going to take on a massive amount of debt. People continue to file right into the system, right into the slaughterhouse, and then complain years later, I can't pay my bills. Can y'all forgive my loans? Right? So you need to understand, yes, this whole college thing is a scam. Unless you're trying to be a doctor, a lawyer, anything in the STEM field. Look at, man, you don't need a college degree. It's a waste of time. And I agree. Like, a lot of these companies are saying, all right, in order to get a job here, you need a degree. But they need to change that, right? We need to get out that mentality that in order to qualify to get this job, you have to get a degree. Because all it's doing is just that people are getting these worthless degrees and just racking up a massive amount of debt for it. So, yeah, I mean, people have to come to the realization, yeah, these whole college scam, this whole college degree thing, 4-year university, it's a total scam, right? That's my opinion.
now they don't want you don't even have to have a degree. They want you to have 4 to 5 years of experience. How do I have 4 to 5 years of experience when I spent the first 4 years trying to get the degree, to get the job, to get the experience in the first place? Now I have to work a job that I'm not interested in, and I have to slave every day.
You don't gotta slave every day. You don't gotta do nothing. You don't gotta do anything you don't want to do. But hey, if you want to eat, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work. You either work for someone else or you work for yourself. These are your options, right? Money's not gonna just fall in your lap, right? Unless you win the lottery. But that's just, chances of that happen is none. So you have two options: work for somebody else or work for yourself, right? Either way, you're gonna have to work hard. You're gonna have to work hours, right? It sucks, right? But you got to get it done, right? It sucks that you have to do it this way, but that's just the way it works, right? You have to eat. You have to put a roof over your head, put clothes on your back. How are you going to do that? You need money. How you get money? You got to work. This is the way it's always been, always way it's going to be. It's just, you got to figure out how you're going to do it. So, yes, things are just it's tough right now, but you got to figure it out, right? So let's let it continue.
For what? For what? Now I don't have free time. I can't do anything I enjoy, but I also can't afford my basic needs. I need 3 jobs to do that. Why do I want to do that? And y'all seem to think that we should just want to do it because we're young, we're vivacious, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely not. I'm not young. I'm not vivacious. I'm watching the planet die in front of me. I'm watching people unalive themselves around me because they're miserable. I'm watching other people be unalived for things either they A, cannot control, or B, just trying to live their lives and be happy. Oh, great. That makes me want to pay taxes on Social Security that I'm never going to see. It's going to be gone by the time I'm old enough to have it. Oh, and great, if we get the president that we're apparently going to get, our retirement age is going to be 70.
Man, look at she's probably talking about Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley's not going to become the president. Right? Nobody likes her. She's not going to become president. Don't worry about that. In regards to Social Security, look at that's another scam, right? The fact that they talk about, everybody contributes to Social Security, and then they say in 10 years it's going to be gone. That makes no sense. Like if I put my money somewhere and you're holding it there, it should be there when it's my time. But obviously that's a scam because what they're doing is they're just spending that money. That money is spent. What these people do with the government, what they rely on is they obviously take your Social Security money, use that up, and then they rely on the younger generation to then pay into the system so that the older generation could get the retirement funds. But if young people aren't working, then the money's not going to be there when it comes for other people to retire. So that's a whole scam. And if you're someone that's relying on Social Security, I mean, look, obviously I wouldn't recommend anyone rely because it's not something that you should rely on. It's supposed to be supplemental. You should be taking control over your finances, taking control over your retirement. Because if you're someone that's going to rely when you're retired on your Social Security, look, you can't live off that. It's impossible. Especially you see inflation. It's impossible to live off Social Security. And you can see that how they're talking about in 10 years, whatever years, it's not going to be any. It's going to be the funds are going to be gone. Which makes no sense. It just tells me that obviously they're using the money up and they're relying on younger people to pay back into the system. And younger people don't want to work, so therefore, how you gonna pay into the system? So, look, that's just a total scam. So, if you don't figure out your own retirement, take advantage or take back control of your own retirement, then yeah, you're gonna be working until 70, 80 until you die. All right, so that's just the reality. So you're gonna have to figure that out.
I'm going to be almost gone by the time I can retire. Oh, and that's if I can retire, because once again, I can't make the money to retire. I'm going to be working until my bones crack. Literally, I'm going to be snapping in half. The problem that y'all did not have, because you're sitting there on your high horses talking down at us like we're the problem. We're not the problem. Y'all had the ability to fix this stuff years ago, but you didn't. You left it for us, and now you look at us like we're the scum of the earth. If y'all don't humble yourselves and go help your grandkids, go help your children, because I can guarantee you they're freaking struggling right now.
Well, the thing about helping the children is the children they're moving out the house because they want independency. They want to do it on their own, right? They want to leave the home, right? Get their own apartment, get their own stuff, have their own independency, and then they find out they're struggling. They can't do it on their own. So what you could do is you could move back in with your parents, and they could help you. Right? If you're out there on your own, it's kind of hard for them to help you, right? You're doing everything on your own, and then you're here complaining on social media about how you can't handle it. So look, overall, right? What's the issue, man? You see, I understand, like whether you're blaming the older generation for why things are the way they are. Sure, you can make that. You could, if that's what you want to use, make it a valid argument. That's cool, but that doesn't solve your problem, right? The thing is, you've identified the problem. Now you need to come up with a solution because you need to understand that no one is coming to help you. No one's coming to help you, right? No government, no one. You have to figure this out yourself, right? Or either you're gonna have to get with some friends, or get with some family members, or find a spouse that's gonna help you get through life, so you can try to live, right? Because there's no one's gonna help. You have to figure it out. You have to problem solve, right? Everyone has their own issues, right? Each generation had their own problem. So it's up to you to figure out how you're going to solve your problem, because you're the next generation. You're the generation that's going to be going into the future. So you have to figure out how to solve this instead of complaining. Like, what's it going to do for you? I understand that. I understand life is difficult. It's difficult for a lot of people, but you have to come up with a solution. right? Because no one is going to solve this problem for you. If you're gonna rely on other people to solve your problem, you're gonna be waiting a long time, right? Because no one cares, right? The only person that cares about you is you, right? You have to figure it out, or get with some people and then y'all figure it out together, right? Find a spouse that's gonna help you and help that make sure that you can pay, share the load when it comes to your finances, right? Make sure that you're spending less than you make, or make sure find a way to increase your income. Right? If your job is not getting it done when it comes to increasing income, then you're gonna have to start a little side hustle or work for yourself. Start a business. You're gonna have to figure it out. Focus on increasing that income, because the way you're living right now, obviously you're not happy with, you're not content with it, and it's not getting the job done. So you're gonna have to find a solution. Like this is the thing. You have to figure out how to problem solve. Like and you know that you have the problem. Like things are more expensive, right? Okay. What are you gonna do? Like, just sit there and just cry about it, right? Who are you voting for, right? Are you voting for people that's in your interest that are helping the situation? What are you gonna do? Take control, because you can't control what other people are doing. You can only control what you're doing, and that's the best way you have to go about it, right? Try to worry about the things that you can control, right? So, those are my thoughts. She clearly she went off like she made some points. She made some good points, and then obviously like in some instances you can understand where she's coming from, but in reality it's just like, all right, what's the solution? Like she wants other people to come up with the solution for her. She wants the older generation to come up with the solution. You're the next generation. You're gonna have to figure out your own problems. That's it, right? So yeah, what are your thoughts about this? Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button and share. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right, so you guys take care and have a good one. Later.